Black Bag is the new movie by Steven Soderbergh. It's written by David Coep, who he also, I believe, worked on with, what's the movie called? Kiri with Zoe Kravitz. Kimmy. And he did Presence also earlier this year, which was really good. And I did think that movie honestly left a little bit to be desired, but I really was a fan of how Soderbergh operated the camera with Presence. I think that was like the real draw. He's always been a filmmaker who's made movies that are visually arresting, that are films that sometimes feel like they can be stage plays. They are usually very simply shot and executed. They feel like movies that don't have massive set pieces. I think he did a movie called Haywire, which I didn't see. I think Ewan McGregor might be in that, Michael Douglas. But I believe that movie is similar to this, like it's spy, it's in the action genre, but there aren't a lot of fight scenes. He always dabbles in every genre, but I feel like every time he's in a genre, he always kind of has this similar, like, operative, just the way he operates. It's always kind of smooth, slick, very clean, kind of like David Fincher, but like, it almost feels like a cheaper David Fincher, at least this movie, which honestly feels like a disservice to Soderbergh because I really think his movies are amazing and excellently crafted. And I won't lie, by the time the credits rolled on Black Bag, I felt very satisfied with this movie, but I did think that there was like just a bit of something that was missing. And I think with many of Soderbergh's recent films, especially Presence, I kind of felt that, but at least with this one, the feeling was much less than Presence. I really was satisfied with this movie, but it does just tie up so neatly. It's such an old school, fun noir. I want to get the cons out of the way and say that I did just feel like it wraps up a bit too neat, but that's one issue. I absolutely loved Black Bag. This was a fantastic time at the movies. I saw this very late at night. I loved the aspect ratio too. I saw this at 10:10, when you sit in a movie theater and you lie back and they play the previews, and then before they start to play the trailers, they're just playing commercials. The screen goes black and the curtains expand, and then you get the movie as was meant to be presented in widescreen. And Black Bag is just such a fantastic movie to see in a theater. I was watching this movie and I was thinking to myself, like, this is a movie that makes me so happy that I saw it in a theater, because there are so many movies, if you just watch at home, if you watch it on your laptop, I always feel like it's a disservice to see a movie, depending on the quality of the film, but just to see a movie on a laptop or a very small screen, when even if you see it, like I saw this with probably 3 other people in the theater, and it was just still an absolute memorable movie. I was so relaxed just sitting watching this movie. And that's all just really a testament to Soderbergh and his craft, because he makes simple dialogue, just dialogue exchanges, witty banter. Like, that is the thrilling thing with this movie. This is a spy film about 2 intelligence agents, George Woodhouse, who's played by Michael Fassbender, and his wife Catherine, played by Cate Blanchett. And they are both excellent in this movie. This felt like a movie from another time, which is really what I loved about it. Just from the way the movie depicts technology to how subdued and kind of the way these characters talk, it could be in any point of time. But the movie and the director and everyone in it, the production design, it's very careful to make this film feel modern, but at the same time not too modern. So although a lot of the plot is technology based and, satellites and phones and just all sorts of intelligence agency gadgets they use, it's all modern. It takes place in modern day, but the story itself is so old school, and there's such a kind of laid back quality. They even reference like modern things. There's even a Minecraft reference in this movie. I kid you not. It references Minecraft. They reference Minecraft in Black Bag. Yet it still feels such like it's a throwback to an old noir movie. And I love just the way this movie's lit. There's a scene where they're all sitting at a dinner table and the candles are all over the table. This movie could easily be very boring. It cuts right to the chase with the dialogue. David Coep is such a effective screenwriter. The way he writes, he's just always getting to the point, but always keeping things interesting. It's like, there's a saying in screenwriting, when you just want to like get in as fast as possible and get out as fast as possible. He's so good at doing that, but giving you all these characters, and you care about them and you know about them. And the movie's 90 minutes, so you're getting a lot of information in that time. And then it's fun to think about, and you realize why this isn't a movie that's going to be an IMAX or everyone's going to see it. It's not a movie that I think many people are going to be so interested in. This feels like a Netflix movie. This feels like a movie that would just be kind of like dumped onto a streaming service, and you would just eventually kind of discover it and say, hey, that was good. Or you'd put it on, and I don't think people would really watch this and pay attention. It almost feels like a Netflix and chill kind of movie. You know, it's just the landscape of watching films we're in and streaming. Black Bag is such a strange movie because it's in the theaters, it's distributed by Focus. It's a real studio movie. This isn't an independent film, but it feels almost like it is because it's so small, because there's not a massive audience for this. This is just a small little spy movie, but it's being distributed by Focus. It's a real movie. It has real actors in it. And I really loved it. I thought it was a great time. And I really do want more movies, even if it is, tied up very neatly. That's kind of what I liked about it. That's the charm here. It's not like there's some really crazy twist or something really, that I think will make this movie so memorable because of like one scene. I think the entire movie, and it does have several really good scenes, like the polygraph test. I just love all the little interactions between Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett. Even just the fact that he drives like to this lake house to go fishing is such an old school kind of noir thing. This movie just is a great, great throwback film. And we don't get many movies like this. And I love the attention to detail it has, just the style it has. Soderbergh always brings style. I like this more than Presence, just in its fun efficiency and just how immersive this movie is. I'm totally able to feel like I'm watching a movie and I'm enjoying a movie. I don't feel like I'm really in real life watching this film. It kind of is able to make you feel like you're in the world of this movie. It does its best to separate reality from the world of the film, and that's probably one of the best things you could get with a movie. So I absolutely love Black Bag, and I recommend it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe.